Hey, this is Secret Force 25. I'm gonna show you a guide about the Reaper avatar today. I'm part of the progression group in Team Paralyze who killed the Reaper avatar first, so I'm just gonna show you what our strategy was. Recommendations would be 300,000 plus prestige, above 1,000 radiation resistance, and preferably the Mark of the Pioneer Ring because it totally blocks the aura damage, the skull damage every now and then, and the first hit of an ad if you would be targeted by it. You can use it on the Berserker, on the Witch, on the Lightbinders, and on the Strength Valor Gunners. I would not recommend using it on the Alchemist, but depending on your damage you could even do that. For the symbols, you want to have slowing attacks, questionable if it works, but you never know with Skyforge, then Paralyzing Shock, Reinforced Shields, Death Sentence, Superiority, and Impact. Reason for that I'm gonna explain later when I explain the fight. As for the setup, we use 2 Lightbinders, 3 Alchemists, 3 Gunners, 1 Berserker and a Witch. Reason for that is because the Berserker and the Witch combination just works better if you're not at 0 invasion power. As long as the Zerk and the Witch know the timings when they actually can apply the curse, and if the Berserker is fast enough breaking the shield and getting it back to not destroy everything with the laser. Alternatively, you could just use 2 Lightbinders, 4 Alchemists, 3 Gunners and a Cryo, or instead of the Cryo another Gunner. That works too, and with 0 invasion power might even be better than our setup we used. As for the symbols I used, those are the symbols I did use. I did not have punishment for weakness, but you could, for example, use clever maneuver, or you could use quantum capacity. Balance works pretty well because you only need 1 ed alive, because the boss counts apparently as 2 targets, plus the ed would be the 3rd target, but only necessary if you really have issues with your defense. So I'm gonna start off with showing you the skip to the first boss. This is the entrance of the instance. If you have a mechanoid flower mount or the normal flower mount, you can just make this jump that you're seeing here. And as long as you stay on the roof, you are able to trespass through all the creatures and get directly to the first boss. You take the second roof on the right side, that's where the first teleporter is. See, the creatures are alive, nothing aggroes, nothing gets me into combat and out of my mount. Then you just use the teleport, walk to the left side on the fence and then make a U-turn to get over it. On the left side after this wall you will have the teleporter, which leads to the first boss. If you have people who do not have those 2 mounts, it's not an issue. Just change to Lightbinder and put down your relic to get the people over or across. You can just place the relic on the red wall. Then once you kill the first boss, the people without the mount can just drop down and die, and they will be resurrected on the spot where the first boss was. And then you have a platform you have to clear. You can just do that with cryomancers like usual, AoE them down. And once you take the next teleport, you will be on this platform where I'm standing right now. This is where a special troop is waiting for you. You can skip this special troop on the side where I'm standing right now. The skip is by just going on top of the fence and then walk past them. Once you do that, you will be at the second boss. You just kill it and then you're already at the hand phase. Takes like roughly 10 minutes if you're in a good group. As for the boss himself, he has different mechanics. You may recognize him from the God Quest. For example, a random person is gonna get the laser targeted by the laser. You will see a green cross appearing after some time on that person, as you see here on top. Or you will see the debuff if you don't see the red green cross. That will indicate that you're the person being followed by the laser. The laser looks like this. Once this spot hits the platform starts crumbling or gets destroyed pretty fast, so you do not want to have the laser on the platform. How you do it properly I will show you in the video after I explain the mechanics. Then another mechanic is those skulls. They appear in sets of 2 on the training avatar, like one set contains 3 of them and there's 2 sets of them appearing with a little delay. They also get triggered with a little delay, and in the real version you have 3 sets of 3. Another mechanic is a meteor or rock. however you want to call it. One random person is gonna get targeted by that rock. He will see that red crescent in front of him. That person has to move to the middle of the platform to kill the ad, but I will show you in the video as well. If you get hit by that rock, you will be stomped into the ground and another person has to free you. So you want to do as I show you to avoid getting hit by it in general, so you don't take damage and you will not be stuck into the ground. You will see the rock being above its head, and that's when you have to start moving away from it to not get it. But then again, you will see it in a minute. Every now and then there will be an ad spawning. One spawns right away during the first laser phase, and then after each bar you take off the hand, that ad will spawn. The first two ads will have 100 million HP, the third and fourth ad will have around 320 million HP, and the fifth ad is gonna have 875 million HP on the real version at 0 invasion power. So now I'm gonna explain you how we did the fight. I have a little recording here. You want to start at the right side of the platform, at the edge of this circle. Reason for that is because the first laser starts quite early, and you want to have someone shower during that once you start, so you get faster to the edge and even slow classes can make it in time. So as soon as you start, you will be in combat and the first laser will appear. What you do is you go to the middle of the top platform and you want to stack up there with everyone in your group. Reason for that is so you can get all applied with Tenacity and Halo together by one light binder, or by a terminal, or by Sacred Barrier, whatever works. But you want to be stacked up so the skulls do not appear somewhere different. And in worst case you can still dodge the skulls if you have nothing ready, which should never happen. But then it's easier if you're stacked rather than being spread, because then you will dash into another skull, which will do a lot of damage. So once you do have the laser, you saw the green symbol appeared after with a little delay. I walked from the middle where I landed towards the jump pad, and then I jump back up. The laser will be in air and not destroy anything. I jump backwards right away to not destroy anything. The timing for that is, if you look at the boss, you see the green lines gathering. That's the moment when a person who calls out stuff calls to jump, and you actually have to jump. You don't want to drop down, but jump, because that will already place the laser in the beginning in the air and not destroy anything off the platform. You saw the ad spawn. I have the crescent, so I have the meteor. So what I did, I teleported to the middle, because that meteor is gonna not just hit me but also the ad, and pretty much killed the first two set of ads, and does a lot of damage on the third and fourth and fifth ad. So I teleported here, waited till the rock is above the head of the Reaper avatar, and then I teleported away. The rock will be placed in the middle on top of the ad, killed it right away, and I was back to the middle, back at the edge. So the laser will be there now, and I'm already ready to jump and not destroy anything off the platform. So another important thing is, I'm taking always the front jump pad. There's another one in the back. That's where the rest of the group gathers. So only the person who has the laser goes to the front, because two reasons. First, you're jumping up, so there might be the skulls spawning on top of you, and you don't want to have everyone get hit by those. And the second reason is the laser still hurts as well while jumping, so if other people get stuck into your laser, they take some damage. Not too much, but it could hurt, and it's not recommended to do that. So if you destroy a little bit of that platform, it doesn't matter too much, as long as you don't destroy the jump pad or anything downstairs. Another reason for it is because you have a little edge here, and that edge, you're not gonna get hit by the ad upstairs. It's out of range. It will never be able to hit you on this position. So you want to keep this pretty much safe and not destroy it. If you destroy it, it's not too bad either, but it's just some damage you can avoid. Also, while jumping upstairs, there will be spawning skulls every now and then, those skulls that I mentioned before. The person who is calling out stuff should wait until two sets of those skulls appear, and then everyone should jump upstairs and wait upstairs for the laser. Reason is that you want to be upstairs when the laser appears, as if you get it downstairs, you will destroy a lot of the platform and may even destroy the jump pad, which should be called for a wipe then afterwards, because it's bad to only have to rely on one jump pad. So once you're down here, the edge started hitting me, but if you go behind the teleport, you have 35 meters to 30 meters. It's a safe zone where the edge is out of reach again and does not hit you, while you can hit it as well. So now again I have the meteor. Every platform of those have an edge, but we're only taking out 2 because we only need those 2 platforms. It's the most efficient way with the least movement included into the strategy, so everyone, as soon as they learn to juggle with the laser, is able to do it, and it's a really easy fight after that. You have a set of 5 to 7 lasers and 2 to 3 rocks before the hand appears. And once you have the hand, you want to use your buffs on it. You want to use either Biotrap or Verdict. You can reapply Verdict as soon as the hand comes. Every single time the hand comes down, you want to reapply Verdict so it continuously has 20 stacks on it. You want to use Biotrap only for the first hand, and then starting after the second hand you want to use it on the ads to burst them down faster, but that also depends on your damage. If you're using the Berserker Witch combination, it depends a lot on the timing of those two to be able to get to the edge. You don't want to use the curse on the hand, but really only on the ads, because it just kills them instantly and you don't take any damage at all. That red spot that you just saw will show you where the hand lands, and also you have on the left a message of the Argus system that the hand is actually coming. If you're on the bottom platform, it might bug out, so I would recommend you to always be in time on the top platform before the hand spawns, and not be doing the be in a jump during the hand phase, because it may bug out, and then what it will lead to is that you will have an additional wave of ads, meaning another 4-bar ad with 875 million HP, and you want to avoid that. So once you have the hand there, it stays for roughly 10 seconds, 15 seconds tops. It has 5 bars. Once you destroy 1 bar, it immediately goes invulnerable and back up. That means you can't overdamage it with Mark of Death or Witch Curse. So as long as you destroy the bar, it's good. You go back to the edge and you do the fight repeatedly. Also, you want to use a terminal because there will be still skulls spawning. And that's the whole fight. If you continuously do that, you have your free book there pretty much. So I wish you good luck and bye.